So, tuloy natin ang discussion. Ngayon naman pag-usapan natin ang major areas of applied statistics. Before that, actually meron tayong major areas. Hindi ko siya nilagay. Okay, but anyway, focus tayo dito sa major areas of applied statistics. Meron tayong descriptive at saka inferential statistics. Okay, ito yung mga major areas natin. Pag sinabi natin descriptive statistics, tayo magsulat. Ayan. So, descriptive statistics includes all the techniques used kapag nag-organize ka, nag-summarize, present ng data on hand mo. Yan ay descriptive statistics. It is concerned with summary calculations such as kapag ang mga kinukuha mo ay average, mga percentage, nag-construct ka ng graphs, charts, and tables. Yan ay mga descriptive statistics natin. At kapag inferential statistics naman, it includes all the techniques used in analyzing the sample of data that will lead to generalizations about a population. So, from which the sample came from, it consists of performing hypothesis testing. Meron ka namang hypothesis testing dito sa inferential, determining relationships among variables, and we're making predictions na dito sa inferential statistics. Para mas maintindihan yung pinagkaiba, okay. So, ang descriptive statistics, okay, let's say, satisfaction of all customers ang ating example dito. So, using descriptive statistics, mapasample man yan or population, pag descriptive statistics, dinidescribe lang natin, ino-organize, we're going to summarize the information about an entire population or sample, and that's it. Kung ano yung nakuha mong result, let's say 90% satisfaction of all customers, yan lang yung i-describe mo. Gagawan mo ng graph, gagawan mo ng table, okay, and you describe. That is descriptive statistics. While inferential statistics naman, nag-generalize tayo about a population based on the sample data. So, para ma-generalize natin, hindi ka pwedeng mag-generalize tawag dito. What I mean is, magsaselect ka ng sample. Diba, ito yung population mo. Itong population mo, ito naman ang sample mo. Focus ka sa sample, dito ka mag-float, dito ka kumuha ng informations, okay? And you found out that there are 90% satisfaction of a sample of 50 customers. Satisfaction, let's say, they are satisfied sa service ng product ng mga empleyado or sa product, okay? So, and you found out na dun sa sample mo na 50 customers, found out mo na 90% yung kanilang satisfaction. Okay? Now, from that information, i-generalize mo ngayon na sa lahat na ng customers mo, lahat ng magiging customers mo, okay, ay meron ding 90% satisfaction, okay, about the service or the product na in-offer mo. Yun ang pinagkaiba ng descriptive at inferential statistics. Okay. Another thing is, kapag descriptive statistics, ang ginagawa lang natin dito, nag-organize tayo, nag-summarize, simplify, then describe and present the data. Pero kapag inferential, nag-generalize tayo from samples to populations. Meron din tayong hypothesis testing, and tsaka tayo co-conclude or we're making predictions about the population. Next is the data collection. Sa data collection, of course, It is the process of gathering and measuring information on variables of interest in an established systematic fashion that enables one to answer stated research questions, test hypotheses, and evaluate outcomes. So, in collecting data, di ba mga information na kino-collect natin, ay merong mga classifications ang mga kino-collect nating mga data or informations, no? Using survey, interview, questionnaires, polls, or mga secondary data natin. Okay? Ika-classify natin yung mga data na yan into two. And yun ay ang tinatawag nating quantitative and qualitative variables or data. Ano namang pinagkaiba ng dalawang ito? From the word quali or quality, ito ay mga non-numeric variables natin at hindi po natin sila ma-measured kasi nga non-numeric, di ba? So, ang examples natin sa qualitative variables ay gender, religious affiliation, ethnicity. These are non-numeric variables, di ba? Tama. What else? Pwede rin ang marital status, the color of your hair, the color of your eyes, ano pa? Marami pa tayong ibang example ng qualitative variables. Basta ang quali ay mga non-numeric variables at hindi ito na-measure. The other classification of data ay ang tinatawag nating quantitative variables from the word quantity. So, quantity, ito na ngayon yung mga numerical variables natin na pwede nating ma-measure kasi nga numerical na sila. Examples natin ay yung balance in your bank account, number of children in your family. Yan ay mga nabibilang, di ba? Numerical variables ang mga yan. What else? Pwede rin ang height. Pwede rin ang weight. Di ba? Pwede rin ang temperature. Yan ay mga numerical variables. Di ba? Pwede natin silang ma-measure. Right? And under quantitative variables, ito ay classified into two groups kapag quantitative yung variable natin. It could be discrete or pwede rin namang continuous. Kapag discrete ang ating variables, ito ay na-obtain natin through counting. Pag binibilang mo, nagbibilang ka, yan ay discrete. Pero kapag yung variable na yan ay na-obtain by measuring, mini-measure natin, yan naman ay continuous. Okay? Yun ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa. So, example natin ng discrete, balikan natin ang example natin kanina. Ito, balance in your bank account. Hindi naman mini-measure, di ba? Kundi binibilang. So, itong balance in your bank account ay under discrete. Quantitative, discrete. Okay? Number of children in your family. Binibilang lang din yan. So, discrete pa rin itong number of children in your family. How about height, weight, and temperature? Binibilang ba ang height? Binibilang ba ang weight? Binibilang ba ang temperature? Hindi. Mini-measure sila. So, itong tatlong ito ay example ng ating quantitative continuous variables. So, yun naman ang pinagkaiba ng dalawa. Alright, so the 4 levels of measurement will be discussed next meeting.